The following contest is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble.
Confidence and arrogance on display. Here is the Heartbreak.
Introducing the participants. First, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
You know, guys, there's only one Mr. WrestleMania. Almost too many moments to remember. How about the ladder match with... The Royal Rumble is really one of our most unpredictable matches and a career-defining victory for anyone who manages to claim it. The stakes are high and the entrants are top secret. When we say anything can happen in WWE, we say it because of matches like this. Who's it going to be, fellas? Picture perfect drop kick. Setting up.
If you're looking for a difference maker, well, you may have just got one.
And Cody didn't see that coming with the lariat. In control here with a swinging neck breaker. Textbook.
Boy, the time just flies, doesn't it?
Look who we have here.
Things are really heating up now.
Lifted way up. Punch right in the head. Oh, knockout punch. Oh, man.
Planted face first.
Oh, God. He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
He's got a lot of work left to do in this one, Michael. Hopefully he doesn't absorb too much more punishment. Listen to this crowd. Count the next one in.
And look who it is, guys.
He definitely looks ready to get in there and make a statement, Michael.
Uh-oh. And Rhodes able to reverse that. He manages to escape it. What's the key to victory in a Royal Rumble match? Sound fundamentals. Stick and move and wrestle defensively. Make it so someone has to work to throw you over the top rope.
We're about to get another one.
He deflects it right there.
Was ready for that. Into the corner. This can't be good.
Here they come. Connected with a sharp elbow. Oh, what a slam.
What power. What dominance.
Turning the tables there.
Sharp elbow.
Here we go. And able to beat Vader to the punch. Kick back to the hamstring. Great rotation on the belly back suplex. Oh, what a running blow. He's back. What a shocking return.
Kurt Angle fired up and practically goading his opponent into getting on his level.
Short jab. Raining down those shots to the back of the net. Oh, reversal by JBL.
Everybody, MTG Gaming here, along with Jose the Ocho, and we're gonna bring all the heat to you people. So, what's up, Jose? We've been watching some. I know we've been talking about baseball off the air, but let's get into baseball first. The Marlins have been
baseball because right now we're so far losing right now, almost in the bottom of the 9th. So, yeah, that's the update right now with the Angels. I thought your team game was finished, but then you just told me earlier you guys are on the road, man.
Yeah.
So how are you guys so far? What's the bottom right now?
Well,
you said what, in the 8th inning?
No, we're in the 8th. We're in the bottom. We're on the. Man, this TV's blurry right quick. Hold on, wait, let me fix it right quick. Because it's kind of blurry, I can't really tell because I'm watching it on my iPad.
Oh,
We're still.
You guys
down.
are still in the lead, right?
No, we're down by 1. It's 2-3, and the Marlins.
Yeah, that's news for me.
Had a bad start through the season because the starting pitchers were were injured and all, and we traded some of our best players away, which is dumb because the Marlins management is so stupid. But right now,
yeah.
We won 8 of our last 11 games, so we've been doing good for the past month of May and June. So past month of May and
yeah.
So I think we can step up.
Yeah, I just feel like we got long ways to go on this season. You know what I mean?
It's 152 games.
I mean, it's only starting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not only that,
it's gonna be a very interesting season because it's kind of like like going up and down season right now.
Right.
But I think do you feel like it's just too soon to predict or announce everything because we're almost in the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah.
We can't just accelerate the.
Not only that, it's 152 games. It's 152 games, and these players, I'm pretty sure they have to be mentally stable to compete in this sport because they barely get days off. Like they have to play against some teams 3 straight, sometimes 4, sometimes 2 straight. Like it's just very hard for these players to maintain their mentality to play this because you barely get days off. Like this is not the NFL and the NBA. Like the NFL and the NBA the NFL gets 5 days off a week because they have to play every Sunday, sometimes Monday, sometimes Thursday. In the NBA, we'll play any day of the week, but they get more breaks. They'll get 2 or 3 days off before the next game. But the baseball, you only get 1 day off, and there's 152 games. So baseball is a really
here's the
mentally long game to stick around.
Yeah. Now, do you feel? Here's a question, which is not related to your team, my team. Do you feel that the LA Dodgers are going through controversy and distractions due to this situations that they're going through? Because as soon as they sign their new guy in, they go, we got a winner. But then a hiccup comes to play that he's being charged for this or that. Do you feel like that's going to affect the Dodgers if these controversies keep on raining all over their faces and with so much media frenzy raining on them?
Well,
what do you feel about that?
They're still investigating and all that whole situation because the MLB for some reason doesn't like when you gamble baseball. It's your money. Why does the MLB won't approve that? It's your money. Why would you? I don't understand. And even Pete Rose, who gambled baseball, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's not in the Hall of Fame, all because he betted baseball. So, and that's what's going on with Shohei Ohtani. But I heard that the translator might face years in prison for whatever reason he did. I can't remember what he did. It doesn't really. I can't really understand it, which I gotta look more into that later on. So, but right now the Dodgers are on a roll. The Dodgers are on a roll right now. Well, they just lost 2 straight in a row against the Cincinnati Reds, but I'm pretty sure they'll pick it back up. So the Dodgers have been.
Yeah, it's been a little unbalanced. I've been seeing their record.
Yeah,
But do you personally feel in a team? Does it distract any team? It doesn't have to be the Dodgers. Could have your team, my team, or other multiple teams. Do you think these controversies make the teams lose focus or get worried or distracted?
No,
what do you think of that?
No,
do you think it's possible?
No, because Shohei is not every other team's problem. It's only the Dodgers' problem. It's not anybody else's problem. So no. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
I only ask because you know what the thing is. It's I only ask because I feel like the media really gets into it too long, and then people talk he said, she said. Oh, they're not gonna make it. They're getting distracted. It happens to the NBA, dude. It happens in the NFL. So the question is, do these guys lose focus just because of some certain thing happening? Like one of them went to a car accident. One is gambling. One is a sex offender,
Yeah, because sometimes.
Do you feel like that?
Yeah,
when they have something like that, you lose focus. Is that the questionable?
Yeah, you do. They do lose focus, I believe, and they do lose focus, and You never know, because I remember last year, well, actually this year, you know who? I think it was Wander Franco from the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
He was accused of being a.
Oh, really?
I think it was
Yeah,
Wander Franco. Wait, let me see who. Let me be sure it's right, people, because I know we're on the air, but I just want to be sure that it's the right person. Let me see. Wander Franco. No, not that. Wander Franco. Let me see, get on the news. There you go. Yeah, it was Wander Franco.
So whatever the controversy happened, Miguel, do you think that must have lost focus for the team and it worried the team that so much fan base was taking place on that, do you think?
Well, for the Rays? Yeah, I was actually correct. Wander Franco is the guy that was accused of being... He's been accused of sexual abuse or talking to minors, something like that. And, like, I don't know if it distracts the team, but it does distract the players that are like... But no, I don't think it distracts the team, but it does distract the player that's getting accused of this crime. And if it's a car accident and if people likes to make up shit, I don't think it bothers them. Because some players... Yeah, it goes that way.
Because the media jumps it, all the time. You know that. Media's going to jump in and, you get old. Now that the internet's been so, like, way high topic fans, they're going to get into it and fan base can go viral and, it's just going to annoy the talents or anybody in general, that you have all these distractions. It's going to probably lose focus on your season and yourself,
And right now, here's an update on the Marlins game because I'm actually watching it as well. The Marlins are still down by 1. It's in the 9th inning, 2 outs already, and they just got a 3rd strike now. Now we only have 1 more chance to win this game. And honestly, bro, this last hit that we're doing right now, let me show you the game. And you can hear our reactions live on the air, people.
Pretty well on the road, right? Are you guys pretty good? How are you guys doing on the road?
We haven't. It's been okay. I mean, we've been doing all right. But here's the game, right quick. Here it is. Oh, he striked. But this is our last chance, literally.
How long you guys are on the road right now? It's been what, a couple of weeks for you guys, or you just got started?
No, we just got started. Yesterday was our first road game. Today is our 2nd. Tomorrow's our 3rd, and then our next road schedule is against the San Diego Padres.
Oh, okay.
So all right, here's ball 1, strike 1, ball 1. There's Jesus Sanchez. He's signing my ball, by the way. My autographed baseball. I have a signature from him. He was on top, so that's... Wait, that was a strike? Bro, I swear, baseball has the worst empire ever. Bro, he's not even... Look how on top of...
When they call it out. Wow.
You didn't see that? The ball was literally on top of the box, and they're going to call that a strike.
Ball didn't swing on it, dude. It's like, are you kidding me?
I feel like, in my opinion, bro, the MLB has the worst referees, worse than the NFL and the NBA.
You think they're considered to be called questionable calls when they make...
Absolutely. Oh, okay. We just lost this game. He's gonna catch it. Yep, we lost this game. Hey, but we'll be fine. We'll be all right.
Well, keep your head up, man.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, well, viewers, you already saw the update on Miguel's team already. So.
Yes, sir.
So, what's your opinion of the NBA? I mean, I feel like these sweeps are going to start boring us to death, man. You guys cannot have sweeps, man.
Especially in the 3rd round.
Boston sweeps and Dallas sweeps, that's going to make it boring, guys.
But I feel like
I know you got mixed feelings about Boston winning. I don't know what chance Minnesota or Dallas has against these guys,
You know I don't like
Boston. Indiana's already getting swept out 3-0 right. They're 0-3 against them right now in this playoff, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like Boston.
So what's your take on that?
Well, I'm surprised that Dallas is up 2-0. I was very surprised by that because I'm expecting the Dallas and Minnesota series to go to 7, and I'm also expecting the.
That's what I was predicting, and I'm not. Yeah.
Well, I can see the Celtics beating the Pacers in 5 or 6 games. That's the.
I'm very surprised that Indiana made it this far. I mean,
so did I.
You know, Reggie Miller. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I thought the Knicks.
That's surprising.
I thought the Knicks were actually going to beat them. Wait, actually wrong, Jose. The last time they were in the Eastern Conference Finals was back in 2014 when they had Paul George, Roy Hibbert, David West, Lance Stevenson, and the Heat kicked their ass.
Okay.
That was the last time.
Was Isaiah Thomas the coach at that time, or did he a long time ago?
No,
I remember he did coach the Pacers.
Yeah, he did, but that was like
way too long, Rick.
That was like way before
2005 or 7, something like that.
Yeah, and the last time the Pacers made it. Yeah, and the last time the Pacers made it to the Eastern Conference Finals was 2014, and they got beat by the Heat. I would remember that. And at the time, the head coach was Frank Vogel.
Oh, okay, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
well, I don't know what you guys think about this NBA, but it's just going to be meaningless whoever wins or loses. If you're a Boston fan, I know it's going to be good news for you. So.
Well, then Boston fans lucky because the Heat could have beaten them. You heard it right, Pete. You heard it right, Boston fans. I said it. This is a Heat fan right here. We could have kicked y'all ass if Jimmy Butler hadn't got injured. And
yeah, don't worry. There's always that next season.
Yeah, but is Jimmy Butler going to be the same because he's getting old? He had an MCL injury. Sometimes you're not the same when you're like that. So yeah. Yeah.
I was watching the encore of Crown Jewel right now, and all I gotta say about Crown Jewel.
There's more I want to say about sports. Before we get to wrestling, there's more things I want to say about sports. Okay, and I saw the Yankees blew out. The Yankees beat the shit out of the Padres last Friday night. I don't know what the score is today, but I was watching the part where the Yankees made 3 straight home runs on the Padres. First it was Juan Soto, then it was Aaron Judge, and then it was Giancarlo Stanton. And those 3 guys made 3 straight homers on the Padres. That's crazy. And 1 inning. Yeah, and I was watching that game, and I'm like, the Padres are getting killed, and they lost 8-0 that game.
Wow.
And
that's something to worry about.
And who did the Angels play against today?
Right. Who the hell did we lose to? I mean, because right now we're still losing right now. What's under that team? Let me see. Which we're fucking losing so far anyway, so. See if we can get it on the. Yeah, now we got a lot to definitely. They're out here. Yeah. Let me see that. Oh shit. There we go. There. Yeah, I'm losing focus here. Let me see. What do we have? We lost 2 guys. Alright, here we go. Sorry, bro. Here we go. We just lost already to the Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
We lost to the Guardians already.
I'm actually going to see them play in Miami in June, so I'm going to see the Guardians. And
are they coming to your house very soon? Are you guys scheduled to take them, right?
Yeah, and that's when they give out the Dontrell Willis bobbleheads. But this weekend coming, like next weekend, we're gonna play against the Texas Rangers, the World Series champs, and they lost 11 in a row. That's not good. Like for the World Series champions,
we only got 20 wins. That's all.
Yeah, and they lost 11 in a row, and I'm like, wow. And right now, the best record in baseball goes to the Philadelphia Phillies. Because I was just looking at the standings here right now. Let me pull them up for you. All right.
What's going on with them? Injured?
The second.
I thought you were updating any injury updates or something.
No, I was just seeing. I was looking at the standings right now.
Oh, okay.
And the Giants beat the Mets 7-2. The Blue Jays lost to the Detroit Tigers 2-1. The Minnesota Twins beat the Rangers 5-3. Okay, let me. Here at the standings. And tomorrow we gotta play. We gotta play Arizona again. Tomorrow at 3:30. So I'll be tuning into that. Okay, the Phillies are 38-15. The Dodgers are 33-21, and the Yankees are 37-17. The Baltimore Orioles are 32-18. So those are the best teams right now in the MLB. And the Guardians are 35-17. And the team that's surprising me this season is the Kansas City Royals, because the Kansas City Royals were trash last year, but they're doing pretty good. They're 34-19.
Wow.
And the worst team right now out of all of baseball is the Chicago White Sox.
Wow.
And
that's unusual to hear from a top team with Chicago going to that level.
Yeah, but
probably they're gonna. If it continues like that, do you feel like they might get first-round draft when that happens?
Yeah, absolutely. And the Chicago White Sox are 15-38.
Wow.
And the second worst team
You're lucky
is
it's
the
only
Rockies.
the beginning of the season. I mean, you already bring a good point right now. It's not the time to celebrate or something or anything. I mean, everything is getting started right now.
Right.
You know.
And what you call the Rockies are they're the second worst team, and the third worst team is the Marlins, which is my team. But hopefully the Marlins can pick it back up, and I'm still going to be going to games because I like going to baseball games. So yeah, that's all. And then for the NBA, who do you got to win the series between Minnesota and Dallas, or who did you have before the series started?
My mind was Minnesota because I mean they were like surprising me and impressing me. I mean I don't mind Dallas, but you know. Now that I'm seeing that this is all a Boston predictable thing, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to fall asleep on it. I mean, the thing is, I'm not liking this sweep, dude. It's like I tell people, man, if you're a hardcore basketball fan, you're gonna see the real picture. You know how the sweeps don't really go. You don't have to be a Dallas fan for a sweep. I mean, if they learn from the Lakers, remember, it's like nobody blinked when the Lakers swept the Kings, the Spurs, the Blazers, and then you swept out the Nets, the New Jersey Nets. Like, guys, sweeps are not good. I mean, the victories are good, but economically, politically wise, it has meaning, dude. You want to make money,
right. And
I mean, in general, by the end of the day, this is all a business.
Yeah, it is. And Anthony Edwards, he's been balling throughout the playoffs, bro. The dude from Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. And I was very shocked when the Timberwolves beat Denver, because I did say in the beginning of the season that Denver's going to go back-to-back, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. And for both the Timberwolves and the Mavericks, that's a hard pick for me, because I really want to see one of those teams win. I just don't want to see Boston win at all, because I don't like Boston.
And I think that's what everybody's rooting for the West. They don't mind if Minneapolis or Dallas brings it, because I think everybody's just so tired of Boston, Yeah,
I am.
Or you just don't want to see Boston on your TV, if you're not a Boston fan,
I'm not a Boston fan.
I mean,
there's a rivalry between...
We get that a lot. Believe me. It is not coincidence, and,
And you know that
no
the
offense
Heat...
to you Boston fan, but that's the real feeling about it,
Right, and the Heat and the Celtics don't like each other, Jose. So... Yeah, and that's a long rivalry. So, and who did you got for Celtics?
I mean, it goes from Magic to Larry Bird. I mean, if you've seen the research and the history of it.
That's the Lakers. I'm talking about the
way
Heat.
back,
Yeah. That's the Lakers.
I mean, it's only to let you know, it's only to show you how much they just don't have love for the Boston team. That's all, dude.
I don't.
Yeah, I had a former manager in my other job that this guy was so hardcore Boston, man. He would wear his Boston Celtics, his Boston Red Sox, his Boston Bruins, and his New England Patriots.
Wow.
Just a Boston guy, dude.
Right.
Hardcore guy. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Boston sports at all. I don't like the Red Sox. I don't like the Patriots. I don't like the Celtics. But yeah, so.
Well, I will tell you this: where I live at, in California, in the city of San Vicente, there is a Boston Irish bar.
Yeah.
That all they put is nothing but Boston games, and Boston fans attend that bar. Okay,
it's funny, Jose, because
from a Boston game, a Red Sox. If you look at the mural, it's evident with all the Boston teams there.
Right.
And if you're a Boston fan, that is the right bar for you to go to see the Red Sox, the Patriots, the Celtics, and the Bruins right there.
And I know those Celtics fans.
Wow,
I know those Celtics fans do not like the Lakers. They don't like the Heat. They don't like the Knicks. They don't like the Philadelphia 76ers. And I know those Red Sox
I'm sure they're
fans,
happy about right now in that bar with the Indiana defeating Indiana right now.
Right. So, did Boston win tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
3-0 right now, so far.
Oh, okay. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm not really liking it right now. I mean, those sweeps, you guys better think it through if you guys are watching this, man. Because
yeah,
if you learn from the Los Angeles Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, man, they'll tell you. And I think, if I'm mistaken, Shaq is one of the analysts, right, for the NBA announce teams for any network. Do you have any idea about that?
He's the analyst on the NBA on TNT. Him, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Ernie Johnson.
I would not be surprised if he would have something to say about that. And I'm sure he will. It's a no-brainer. He'll probably say, if the sweeps that he's seeing right now, he's going to have something to say.
Right.
He's experienced it. He knows it, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, anyway.
But did you ever yeah, so that's pretty much it. We already covered the sports. We already covered both the
NBA,
and the MLB.
Major League.
Okay.
Now we got wrestling to talk about. This is the biggest heat of all, guys. Clown Jewel, and Double or Nothing tomorrow.
Clown Jewel.
No offense, guys. We're not watching Collision today. It's unwatchable.
No.
I didn't watch Rampage either.
I'm going to be watching the Marlins, and I was watching the Dodger and the Cincinnati Reds game over the AEW Collision. At least the Reds beat them 3-1, but I was still enjoying Hunter Green, the pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, who's one of the top pitchers in the MLB. I was enjoying him striking out people rather than watching AEW Collision.
Yeah. AEW needs a lot of work, man, and I mean a lot of work, man.
And they better do it.
And Tony Khan, you're still not getting it, man. And the only rescue that you need right now is MJF and Kenny Omega, and I don't know when those two guys are coming back.
Well, he doesn't necessarily...
And here's the thing, guys. AEW is big time really shooting themselves in the foot, Miguel, because they are not acknowledging and not treating their champion right.
Well,
I feel bad for Swore.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jose.
It doesn't make sense. Okay.
Kenny Omega is not really a valuable player like how MJF is, but go ahead.
Yeah. But unfortunately you need it because, they're the face of that company, but getting back to Swore, why are they not acknowledging their champion? I see him in a first match defending his title, and then you main event the Jon Moxley match with a New Japan title that doesn't belong to AEW. What the hell is that?
I haven't been watching. I've been gay.
And why the Bullet Club Gold? Here's the thing. Why is the Bullet Club Gold holding 9 titles?
I have
Hold
no
the
idea.
titles, man. Really?
It's like
Jay White. You better do something about those titles, man.
I haven't watched.
You got 9 titles on you guys, carrying it in a baby stroller, okay?
I mean, I haven't watched AEW in a while.
Hey, I'm letting you know how bad AEW is.
That what you just told me is that I really don't want to watch.
I'm letting you know because I know that's gonna make you laugh, dude.
Yeah, it is. And
it's gonna make you laugh. That's why I'm letting you know what AEW is doing, man.
I've been watching TNA for the past few months, ever since they brought back the name TNA, and it's been but I've been enjoying TNA more than AEW.
Oh yeah, love it. I've been enjoying. I'm glad to see Matt Hardy there.
Yep.
And do you feel like in Matt Hardy's situation, do you feel like he plans to put Moose over in this one? Because Moose is very
guy in that company.
So what's your take on Moose and Matt Hardy? I mean, I don't expect Matt Hardy to win this, but
no, me neither.
It's a good chance for him to work with.
Right. Like
it's a good chance to work with Moose.
Right, and you want to elevate Moose by beating a legend like Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy is a TNA legend because he was the TNA World Champion. He's done a lot for the TNA company, especially bringing in the Broken gimmick, and so yeah, it would really elevate Moose. And Moose's TNA title run has been great. Like he puts it on the line.
His faction. I love the heel. He's so capitalized on it, dude, that it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing that even Ziggler had a very good feud with Moose.
Yes, he
and
did.
And now I think it's Mustafa Ali's turn to definitely get a good feud with him. And they're on a roll right now, dude. Mustafa Ali, Ziggler, you know.
Hold up.
Hey,
I don't really want to
don't bring me a Triple H thing right now, because don't get me started with Mr. Levesque, because I have a lot to say after these little topics.
Okay, but
okay, they're going to disagree with me.
Here's one thing I will disagree with you on. I don't want to see Mustafa Ali versus Moose, because they're both heels. I don't want to see a heel versus heel feud.
Oh, that's going to take a long way. No, you do have a point on that one. That's going to take a long way.
I don't see...
Because right now, you do have a point. His heel heat run, it is going in a very good way for Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, and I don't
I think you do...
I don't see Mustafa Ali turning babyface with that gimmick anytime soon. That gimmick is just too damn good to be a hell yeah,
face. You can't just delete it that way.
Right, and when I first saw him with this gimmick, I'm like, why didn't WWE let him use this gimmick?
He's making it work at TNA and all the independent runs.
Right. And what you call? I prefer Mustafa Ali's WWE career. I prefer Mustafa Ali's TNA career over his WWE career already. He's on fire in TNA, and he's defended that title.
And he's doing Forbidden Doors in the independent and New Japan, so it's working pretty well for Mustafa Ali. He's exploring it.
I'm just glad.
And so is Ziggler, dude, Nick Minnick.
I'm just glad that Nick Nemeth and Mustafa Ali didn't go to AEW.
Oh, they would not know what to do with him.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get the pay, they'll get the money, but
right.
Where's your booking? Where's your story? You know.
And those ladies that left TNA for AEW, like Taya Valkyrie and Deonna Purrazzo, you need to get out of there and come home to TNA, because they're not really doing much with
you need to be there. I mean, Steve Cutler, you better tell your wife to get out of AEW, man.
Right.
Because, I mean, you're the world champion. You signed another long-term deal to TNA, Steve, so...
Yes,
and as a heel, he's so damn good, dude.
Yeah, Steve Macklin is good, and he's already having a feud with Mike Santana already, so I'm really looking forward to that. But his first feud that I've seen with Ziggler, it was actually pretty good. I like Steve Macklin.
Yeah, I mean, they go way back, you know, so at least they know they planted the seeds to build a story, you know, so that's very good for Steve and Nick Nemeth to make that thing, you know.
And I did kind of predict that Nick Nemeth was going to beat Moose, but I wouldn't mind that happening, but Moose is on top of this game, and I don't even know who's going to beat Moose for that title. Maybe Nick Nemeth could possibly still beat him. That's the only guy that I can think of.
But right now, it's on the right now it's on the right that at least Nick Nemeth is like Ziggler, for that example. He's stepping aside right now with Moose, because you do bring a point. Moose right now is capitalizing on his run, on his heel heat, and his championship run. So maybe it's a little good idea for Ziggler to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then come back later strong with another story, you know.
Right, when the time is
because he already lost a shot. He lost a shot already.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like, make Nick Nemeth... I mean, I could still see Nick Nemeth still beating Moose for the title. It's just give it some time.
But he's got time, but it's too soon to accelerate it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, if you're going to book that storyline, you know, you have to be real careful how you're capitalizing and building it, you know?
Yeah. And who do you think that could beat Mustafa Ali for the X Division title? I think possibly Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey, yeah. It sucks that that Saban left left TNA, man, and go to AEW and then not knowing what to do with you, dude. Come on, you're the face of the exhibition. TNA soldier, why did you leave TNA?
Why did you go to TNA, Alex? And why did you go to AEW, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin? I wish you guys stayed in TNA. That's your home. TNA is your home.
Yeah.
Tony Khan ain't gonna know what to do with you. He's probably gonna put you in ROH or AEW collision matches, and then you'll disappear for a while, and they won't do shit with you. You should have stayed in TNA, and that's your home.
Do you feel that Christopher Daniels may return to TNA, because he is the face of TNA?
Right, I really want to see that. I want to see him reunite with...
Was this a kayfabe thing, or he's already been released by AEW? What have you heard about Christopher Daniels? What do you know about him right now so far? I thought I heard he was still in AEW, but I really want to see Frankie Kazarian. He's doing a good job as a heel right now in TNA, and I would want to see both Daniels and Frankie Kazarian reunite, because those guys
are good friends, and they've been a team for a while, so they have a history, and I wouldn't mind seeing them go for one more run in TNA together.
I just hope it's not a work. I hope he just leaves AEW. You know, that's the thing I'm getting right now, scrambled with my head. If this is a work that they just fired him and shit like that, so the Bucks can make him look stupid, you know.
Right, and
so I hope it's not a work. I hope, you know, contracts expire, release, and that's it. And speaking of a free agency, you are aware that Goldust's contract is about to expire very soon.
He might
get back to the roads, family.
He might go. He might stay off a free agent for a while just for him to get into the WWE Hall of Fame, possibly. He probably might sign a 1 year or a few days deal with WWE or something, and he gets into the Hall of Fame because I want to see. I would really
like a Legends deal, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Goldust in the Hall of Fame. To induct them, of course, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, because I mean, his brother's gone from AEW. I think it's best time for Dustin to do his move, or he can go back to TNA. Because remember, he was in TNA, and he had some very good feuds against the Abyss when he pulled a rat on him, and then Abyss kind of ran over the rat. I remember that.
Yeah, that was. I remember that feud with Black Rain and Abyss, but I don't want to see Dustin in TNA. Go back to WWE because WWE is your own. Like, I rather see.
Yeah, but he was very over. He was very over at TNA, you know that.
Yeah, he was, but still, I would rather see him in WWE than TNA.
Yeah, but you do have a point. You know, they want to back off a bit right now because right now WWE's hot on their booking right now. You just don't want to get in and intervene there right now. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you do make sense when you said about, okay, they're going to chill, contract going to expire, then when the time is right, you know, you want to bring them back, you know.
And who do you think can beat the juggernaut Jordynne Grace for the Knockouts title? Like, I really don't think anybody can beat her for that Knockouts title.
There is nobody right now. I mean, I've seen the list. Like I said, if there's a comeback for Christopher Daniels, that hopefully that shit is not a kayfabe or a work, I would definitely root for him to have him. I mean, Christopher Daniels is very established,
you know. So you want Christopher Daniels to be Knockouts champion?
Oh, you're talking about, I thought you meant the exhibition.
No, I'm talking about Jordynne Grace. I said, who do you think is going to be, who do you think is going to beat Jordynne Grace for the TNA Knockouts champion?
Here's the thing with her. You do bring a point. Bring Peraza back.
Yeah, and I wish Trinity was still in TNA.
That would have to be the only hope. Bring Peraza back. Because I don't really think she has any competition with it. And Naomi's no longer there anymore. You know,
I would have wanted Trinity to beat.
They probably would have continued. Yeah. You know, Naomi and her would have continued a good feud if she wouldn't have come back to WWE right away. I mean, I would say Trinity should have stayed in a handshake deal for a while. She should have had a handshake deal.
Right, and I wish.
Did you know that storyline finished very quick with Trinity and her?
Yeah, it did because Trinity was going back to WWE.
Yeah, it didn't turn out to be a long-term booking. I felt like that should have stayed at least in the handshake deal and finish your story there.
Yeah, I wish Trinity was still in TNA. I wish.
Personally, I love Trinity Naomi.
So do I.
Personally, I have mixed feelings for her to return to WWE because I cannot stand the losing that she's getting against Tiffany, whatever. What's her name?
Stratton?
Stratton, yeah. Tiffany Stratton sucks.
Really?
And I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me.
The booking that WWE right now is doing with Tiffany is too accelerating right now. Too fast. They got to be very careful how they build for her. If she wins a championship right now, it's going to go lost in the shuffle. And I'm seeing that very, very quick. Tiffany's getting really, really pushed. You got to plant your seats with her. Yes, she's good, but it's way too fast. And I'm watching it right down the middle there.
Oh, so
I'm not only making excuses because Naomi's been losing multiple times with her, but if you pay attention to Tiffany Stratton's booking, it's too fast, Miguel. Watch the matches again, and you'll see.
I mean,
it is too fast.
So you don't.
They got to be real careful right now. How to book it.
It's not that you don't like Tiffany Stratton. You just don't like how she's booked. Like you do like her on the ring. You do like her in the mic, and you do like how the heat she's getting. You just don't like her.
She may get lost in the shuffle if she wins the championship now.
No, I don't think they're gonna push her.
I'm afraid that she's gonna get
They're not gonna push her already. They're not gonna push her.
I feel that the push is.
Not really, because.
Well, right now, you know, for starters, she already beat Naomi 3 times in a row.
Right.
To capitalize on her booking, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure.
And then now the feud is gonna go with Bianca. You know,
but
to capitalize on her booking.
Right. I mean, no, I don't think the booking is fast.
Am I missing something right there?
No, I don't think that the booking is fast. What you call? She's already beating Naomi to win that before she wins that women's title, and she's already over, bro. Like, even as a heel, she doesn't even have to get over with her.
Yeah, but if she wins, like saying the champion, you would say if she would won the championship yesterday, the interest would have lost right there.
Well, that is true. Yeah,
you know, you can't put your talents to win the championships that fast.
Yeah, but
otherwise, people are not going to acknowledge it, and it's not going to mean anything.
Yeah, but
you win the championship, but
Jose, they're not pushing her. They're not giving her a title match now. They're gonna wait later. They didn't even give her a title match yesterday. Like, what are you saying? Like,
oh no, she's hungry.
I know she is.
If you're looking at her, you know she's hungry.
I know she is, but she's gonna win. I have a feeling that they're gonna book her to beat established stars, which is a good idea. And I feel like she's already over with the audience, not only because of her ring skills and her promos, because she's so damn pretty, because, you know, sex draws. So, I mean, she's going to get pushed soon, but not too soon like the way you think. But I don't think it's going to...
I hope not, because the way I'm watching it, or unless if I'm on another freaking planet, they got to be real careful how they plan her. I mean, her heel thing, it works out so well, you know.
Yeah.
And honestly, she's already too separated from her partner, Giovanni Finji, at Raw and her in SmackDown. I can't believe they're not working together, dude.
She goes with Ludwig. She doesn't go with Giovanni Vinci. She goes with Ludwig.
The Kaiser there. Yeah. It's Ludwig Kaiser, everybody.
Yeah. And, I mean, and back to the TNA knockouts, I don't really see anybody on that women's roster. Not Tasha Steelz.
No, I mean, she's on the top of her game.
Yeah.
She's on the top of her game until...
But what about Ash? Ash by Elegance. She might pull off a cheating strategy with that personal ring announcer to beat Jordynne Grace. So she might win the knockouts title from Jordynne Grace.
And don't be surprised, too. They may be a forbidden door with NWA and TNA, because you know Corgan has very good relations with TNA. So you might have people like Tiffany Nieves jumping in, and anybody from the NWA division. You never know. So maybe a Forbidden Door can challenge her. And that's what right now she needs, a challenge dream match. Not titles, but hopefully a Forbidden Door, you know.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand that Forbidden Doors are nothing but dream matches. Are just dream matches. No story, no championship.
Right.
And I think you brought a point when the first Forbidden Doors started with Kenny Omega, and what the hell he do? Collect all the belts and leave all the companies championless?
Yeah, they had every...
You do bring up one. It just doesn't make any sense.
They had almost every
AEW guys taking all the championships. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. That shit pissed me off. And, yeah.
So in your mind, what do you think a Forbidden Door should be? Dream matches? That's all right?
Yeah, dream matches. Like, you don't have to put titles on the line. Just do dream matches.
Yeah, that's the mistake that AEW is doing. They're just making them to put titles on the line, and then you got TNA without a championship while your AEW guys out there running with so many belts.
I take that back. Yeah.
I mean, you make so many... You know what? You bring a point to that. You cannot have an AEW guy taking all the belts from AAA,
right,
TNA, NW. It doesn't go that way, guys. Forbidden Doors are only dream matches.
I don't know.
No stories, no championship.
AAA is weird. I don't know why they make weird decisions over anytime they do a partnership with both TNA and AEW. They make weird decisions, and
but it kind of sucks because the competition takes it away from them, and then you ask the talent, "What are you fighting for?"
Right.
You know.
And
what are you fighting for? It's almost like Brock Lesnar when he was Universal Champion. He was part-timer. There was no Universal Champion. And you would ask the Raw members, what are you fighting for?
Yeah.
You know?
So, yep. And
I mean, personally, you got to give the belts meaning. You got to give those belts meaning, you know?
Right.
That's the main thing. All I'm seeing is nothing but dead titles right now, you know?
I mean, in WWE, the only dead title is that U.S. title because, you know, Logan Paul really doesn't do nothing with it. I mean, and the other titles in AEW, probably the TNT, the International, the TBS, and the Women's title, probably. They're all well, I haven't watched it in a while, so no. TNA, their titles are not
No, the
dead.
Trios Champion is a dead title, dude, right now.
Yeah. I mean,
now that the Bullet Club Gold is getting it.
The only dead title in TNA is the Digital Media title. Honestly, I see no point in that title. The Digital Media title?
They should just retire it. You know, that was just a Tommy Dreamer belt.
Yeah, and then...
That's all it was, dude.
Right now, Laredo Kid is the champion, and... Yeah, and even Joe Henry... Do you believe in Joe Henry?
No.
You don't believe in Joe Henry?
Yeah, the way I'm seeing it now.
No, I'm talking about the gimmick. You know the song, right? Do you believe in Joe Henry? I believe in Joe Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that guy's entertaining.
My authority. Oh, yeah.
I like Joe Henry. He's very entertaining.
Well, having it him, at least he can put it over. Because, I mean, you gotta have a raw truth to have entertainment. You know what I mean?
Right, and...
I mean, look how Raw Truth was with the 24/7 belt. He tried to entertain it to try to give that belt meaning. He was, what, 80 times 24/7 champion? Something like that?
Yeah. And what you call Joe Henry? I love I liked his feud with Top Dollar. He can be funny. Joe Henry, he can be funny. That's one thing I like about him.
Yeah. Yeah, so... But I think here's the thing that I definitely study between Cody and Logan Paul, which I'm glad Cody won, which honestly I prefer Cody to win instead of Logan Paul.
That is true. I agree with you.
The reason why they put Logan Paul against Cody was to make Cody's babyface run stronger.
Right.
And honestly, Logan Paul was the right guy to get the big boos and have Cody's babyface run to be strong. That was the only way it was.
And now
it kind of sucks that they were teasing that he was going to go double champion, you know.
Right.
But
and not only that, the Saudi Arabia people, I heard they wanted that. They wanted Logan Paul. They all wanted to see Logan Paul.
Yeah, and it was a payday for Logan.
And that's what you said. Actually.
It was a payday for Logan. I mean, Saudi Arabia, the events in general, you know, they're just payday matches. And give good matches. That's all it is. It's payday. There is no story there, you know.
No.
And I read about that Saudi Arabia is going to extend their contract, you know, more. I think they're going to extend their deal. Along with TKO and...
Yeah, well, here's another thing I learned today. It's actually going to shock you. The Saudi Arabia people are actually friends with the Americans. I know we're not getting into the politics here, people, because I actually thought that the Saudi Arabians hate us, which they don't. They're actually on our team. Iraq hates us, not Saudi Arabia. I just wanted to throw that in there. So maybe Saudi Arabia, maybe WWE and Saudi Arabia is going to be there for a while.
Yeah, no, I heard that the deal got extended more, so I was not surprised about that. And I think due to business deals, I don't know if you read too, that they say that they are planning to do in the future a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. And I really don't think that's not going to work.
I mean,
you know, when you have a WrestleMania season for a week, there's always a lot of events, from meet and greets, promotions, and a lot of pay-per-views. Because, remember when you went to your WrestleMania, you had your WrestleCon, and then you had your Independence. All of those promotions are not going to fly, you know, all the way to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and I think they just want to keep WrestleMania in the North American, where, you know, the WrestleMania event season should be traditional.
Yeah, but WrestleCon
I don't think you want to take it out of seas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
overseas,
WrestleCon
you know?
has nothing to do with WWE, so... Yeah, WrestleCon, the company, has nothing to do with WWE. And,
But they would, but you know, they do it traditionally in every WrestleMania.
Right.
Because it's WrestleMania season.
So if WrestleMania
happens,
if WrestleMania does
if that
go to
happens,
Saudi Arabia,
WrestleCon's not going to fly there.
Yeah, I know. If WrestleMania does go to Saudi Arabia, they're not going to follow WWE.
Yeah, they're not going to fly there.
No, they're
so
not.
The point is that what I'm trying to get to, you're not going to see the multiple events that WrestleMania traditionally has it at Las Vegas, at LA, or New York, all that stuff. All those promotions or, you know, those meet and greets or those independent things, they're not going to fly to Saudi except for WWE, you know.
Yeah. Right.
So if they do approve it, that there'll be a WrestleMania there, you can forget about the other events flying along with them. That's not going to happen.
No,
you know?
They're probably going to do it at somewhere where they could make big bucks. Like, I'm pretty sure they look at which city they have been going to the past few years.
They can do it in Orlando. They can do it in New York.
Yeah,
they're anywhere that's closer to it.
Yeah, they're going to look at, see what city.
WrestleMania season. Do you think something like that might happen?
Yes, they're going to look at, wait, hold on, Jose. They're going to look at the past WrestleCons, and they're going to look at how much they made over the past few years, and they'll go to that city if they do a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. But I really don't think that's happening anytime soon because they get Super Showdown and King of the Ring, so I don't think that's happening.
How do you feel now that SummerSlam has announced that they are going to have double pay-per-views, show 1 and show 2 in a SummerSlam? How do you feel about that?
I do not like these 2-night events. I never was a fan of it. Even when the pandemic was going on, I was never a fan of these 2-night events. I understand why you had to do it back in 2020 because of the shutdown and stuff, but why do you need to keep continuing doing it? I want to see a whole full night of 5 hours of a wrestling show. That's the way I want to see it, you know? So I'm not really a fan of these 2-night events. And now they're going to... what's next? They're going to make Survivor Series a 2-night event now that they're making SummerSlam?
Yeah, 2 nights, Money in the Bank. And here's what I feel about it. I think it is a bad idea because, honestly, you're not giving WrestleMania any meaning. And then people are just going to lose their interest like that. For WWE shooting themselves in the foot, having 2-night events like a Money in the Bank night 1 and another Money in the Bank night 2, Royal Rumble night 1, Royal Rumble night 2, I say it's too much. That means if it goes like that, Miguel, WrestleMania will lose its meaning of tradition.
Yeah, but I
mean, WrestleMania is enough to have 2 nights.
Yeah, and WrestleMania...
It's not going to mean anything anymore.
WrestleMania never needed 2 nights. And second, these 2-night events, we don't need that. Like, why do you need 2 nights to do one show? Just do one full show. I don't care if it's 5 hours or 4 hours. I just want to see the pinnacle. Like, all these promos and stuff getting built up. Because at WrestleMania, I want to see nothing but pure wrestling. I want to see the pinnacles of every storyline that's happening during WrestleMania season. And second, what? Honestly, I really hope they go back to 1 night. Because honestly... I don't think they'll lose entrance of WrestleMania. They'll just lose entrance of every.
So personally, you think if it accumulates to the future pay-per-views, do you think it can lose its interest in general?
Absolutely, in general with every pay-per-view, not just WrestleMania. And honestly, I wish my WrestleMania was just 1 night only, but because I kind of regret not going to night 1 because I don't want to live with regrets of not going to any of these events, you know. So that's another reason why I want WrestleMania to be 2 nights.
Here's another kicker that might trip you out, or maybe you're not surprised to hear it. But have you been hearing now that WWE passes are going to raise up the price, or they already did, you know?
Passes?
Because I hear that the prices are going to the prices are going to raise in Scotland. And they already raised it in France. And they're saying that admission tickets are about to $400 or more. So, are you surprised with that when WWE is going to start, moving up the price? What do you think of that?
No, because, now they're starting to go overseas often. I feel like this is the first time that wherever that WWE is going to overseas this much. Like, back in the day, they rarely went overseas, but nowadays, they're going more overseas now. So, WWE's really
But have you been hearing that the tickets are getting pricey? You heard about that, right?
Yeah, well, everything gets pricey.
That
everything in the world gets pricey. So, I'm not too surprised by that.
So, the question is, do you think a lot of people are going to spend their hard-earned money to go see their heroes or our local United States fan? You think they're going to be willing to do it?
I think so.
This goes back when the network starts in January. most of the hardcores will be committed to go to Netflix, but then you're going to have the middle class fans that are not going to make the attempt of subscribing to it.
I'm not going to subscribe to it.
I feel like Netflix is going to go both ways. Maybe in the first time it'll go, but the middle class, I probably are not going to be willing to spend it, because then they might have their personal finance issues. So I just feel like it's going to go in both ways. What do you think?
Not only that, honestly, this Netflix thing might work, because I did do some research. I think WWE's TV ratings average more like sometimes 2.1 million, 1 point something million. Like that's not bad, but like I did some research. I actually want to show you this. Hold on, wait 1 second. Okay, let me see. How many Netflix users in the entire world? Okay.
You got a lot of subscribers, you know that.
Yeah. Okay, they have 260 million subscribers, so this might work. Because some of those 260 subscribers has to be a WWE fan. So this might work, honestly. And then, of course...
Don't be surprised.
And then, like what you said...
don't be surprised...
that the MLB, the NBA, and the NFL are going to want to move to these streaming services, and cable companies are going to go out of business. Yeah. So that, you might be right. But go ahead.
Yeah. And it's something like Eric Bischoff says, that they say that Netflix is going to be the new era that subscribers are going to pick, and they're going to treat the cable companies like the way you treat the Blu-rays and the DVDs. People will lose their interest, and then they'll move forward to another network. So I feel like Netflix is going to turn into that predicament, and then, like you say, other sports organizations or studios are going to jump into them because they know the money's good, you know.
Yeah.
And you think about it, Netflix has been around for a pretty long time, you know that, successfully.
It had to be more than 12 years since they've been around.
Yeah. But I think that WWE will probably be the plant seeds jumpstart that it'll, raise up the numbers, and then everybody else is going to be interested. Oh, let's go to Netflix. Let's go to Netflix. They pay us good,
And sometimes they show MLB and NFL games on Peacock. So there you go. There's another sign that these companies like the NFL, the NBA, and the NFL, the MLB, they're going to move to all these streaming services and then get off cable television, like you said.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you, what channel is that Thursday Night Football? Is that on
Fox?
ESPN Plus or something? Fox? Oh, okay.
I think it's on Fox, yeah.
But that's a different network, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fox is a different network, yeah.
All right, yeah. But I would, like you said, I would not be surprised if the other organizations will jump on it once they see WWE testing it out. Because, for WWE, the money's good.
Right.
Yeah. So how the hell are you going to refuse that? So.
Yeah, and ever since Triple H.
But I just feel like the wrestling community, it feels like it's going to go through new changes when the new year begins, because there's just been a lot of signings, a lot of deals, and a lot of proposals that it can change everything, Yeah. But it's up to the fans if they're going to continue being committed to it or not. So that's the way I see it,
Right.
This is something that TK, Tony Khan, cannot do anything about it. I just feel like he's just dropping down a step at a time, and his personnel, they're just waiting for their contracts to expire and go. Because I hear Starks is leaving the company. I think his contract's going to expire very, very soon. And it's a no-brainer that he's going to WWE because he's in good relations with Cody. They're very good friends in real life, so I would not be surprised. Maybe he'll make an NXT jump or main roster. I don't know. What do you suggest with Starks?
I'm not too sure about that.
Once that contract expires.
I'm not too sure about that because, like you said, WWE can't sign everybody, and not everyone can go to WWE. It's just like the MLB, the NFL, the NBA. Not every 30 teams or whatever can sign every football player, or NFL, or every football, baseball, basketball player. This is like the WWE. They can't sign every wrestler in the world. So, and they have a lot of people on that roster. So including jobbers, mid-carders, and main eventers, they just got too much people. and it's going to be really difficult to see how Ricky Starks gets booked in WWE if he goes to WWE. So I suggest for him to either go back to NWA Power or go to TNA.
Yeah. Do you feel like by WWE doing releases, do you think it's only balancing their budget?
Yeah.
Because they already made some releases already, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And
because I mean, they already signed Seth Rollins for a lifetime deal, you know.
Yeah.
And somebody else got reassigned too. I mean, I have no idea if the Becky Lynch is still official or not, but I feel like probably it's a no-brainer that she's reassigning.
She ain't going nowhere.
I mean, where the fuck is she gonna go, you know?
Right. And if she goes to Tony Khan, man, they ain't gonna. She's of course not gonna do anything.
They're gonna pay her, but they're not gonna, you know. I mean, Mercedes is making the money for nothing. That's all. And a lot of people were saying that Natalya is gonna be released and go to anywhere else, but
she's not.
Here's what WWE is gonna do with Natalya. Natalya is gonna stay WWE because she isn't WWE committed, and I feel like Triple H is gonna sit down with Natalya and say, "Hey, man, I'll hire you and your husband. You can be bookers, trainers, and put young talent over."
And not
because
only
I feel
that,
like Natty is very committed to WWE, you know.
And not only that, the WWE.
I don't think you're gonna lose her.
No, of course not. And the WWE has a very close relationship with the Hart family.
Yeah. So you're not gonna lose Natalya that easy, you know. They're gonna keep her. They're gonna need her. You know, she is being considered like a locker room veteran. Not saying leader, but veteran. You know?
She's a locker room veteran leader, yeah. And she trains all these ladies to get better in the ring, and she puts them over.
So I think they'll probably keep her along with Tyson Kidd as trainers and bookers, you know. And I feel like that would fit in for Natalya for WWE because I'm not picturing her to go to another organization.
No.
Not AEW, not TNA, anywhere. It's so anybody wants to know that she's not going, they're gonna keep her, guys.
Right.
And Triple H, Bruce Pritchard, they know that. They're not gonna let her go that easily.
And Cringy Lynch ain't going nowhere either. Seth Rollins ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, no, they're here to stay, people. They're not going anywhere. So don't let the teases get to you. Don't let the kayfabe, the trolling, and they're here to stay, guys. I mean, here's the question: if they go somewhere else, what are they gonna do?
And the
where would they go?
And don't forget the Dave Meltzers. Even the Dave Meltzers are one of these.
Yeah. So, newsflash: whenever Natalya says that it's expired, she's not going anywhere. But if she comes up with an announcement that she wants to leave wrestling and do other stuff, then that's on her. You know, the only thing we can say that only Natalya Neidhart knows what her future and her next step is, you know. And rest in peace for her poor cat, you know, that passed away. Rest in peace to her. That's tough. You heard the update about Jim Ross being hospitalized here. What have you heard so far about that? Because I heard he was just in the hospital, but I didn't get any full detail. What you heard so far?
He just posted a picture of him in the hospital, two of his daughters. He seems okay, but that guy needs to retire and just enjoy his last few years of life because I don't know what keeping this guy keep going. I mean, I love JR. I just want him to have a happy retirement.
I don't think JR has nothing to prove to when it comes to announcing. I mean,
no, and he's not even...
wait for your AEW contract to expire and just go. I mean, Tony Khan, I don't think he's probably putting any attention to JR. You got all these stupid marks dissing JR just because he puts a couple of hiccups and saying, "Oh, Kenny Omega, the WWE champion."
He's old.
That's just a hiccup, guys.
He's old. He's not flashy.
Stop shitting on him, man. Really.
On him. Cut the guy a break.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's a WWE diehard, man. Yes, he worked for WCW, he worked for other, but his mind and heart was, you know, in WWE along with the King. Me, personally, I'm a Gorilla Monsoon and a Jesse Body Ventura announcing. That's where I come from, you know. I love King and JR. They're good, too. You know, I like more Ronaldo, yes. I like Shivani. I grew up watching Shivani.
And if JR ever decides to, like, retire completely from the announcing thing, I hope he does his last announcing match in WWE. I don't want him to do it in AEW.
Yeah. I think he should be announcing, like, Randy Orton matches. Because him and Randy go way back. He can come up with Legend Killer, you know. stuff, just like the way The Undertaker requested for JR to have that, to announce his match with Roman.
Yeah, and JR.
Now,
I don't really care who he announces,
yeah,
as long as it's two good wrestlers. I don't care who he announces in his last match, as long as it's two. I hope it's two wrestlers, and it's a really great match. That's all I hope for.
I would say veterans would be the only ones to request him to announce the match. You think so? I mean, if it worked for The Undertaker, why not Dwayne? Why not Randy? Maybe why not Cody?
Yeah, Cody too. I wouldn't mind.
Those are the only people I can think they can request JR.
And I also wouldn't. I mean,
they grew up with JR.
Yeah, and I also wouldn't mind JR calling a Gunther match or a Sami Zayn match or Kevin. Or I don't mind him announcing somebody, but you gotta put JR with somebody good though. Don't just put him in a jobber type match.
Yeah. So yeah, JR, I hope you're okay. You're on our prayers.
Yeah,
get well soon, and please get out of AEW. Yeah. Just sell us your hot sauce, man. Put it online. I'm interested in your sauce, man.
Right.
Barbecue sauce, man.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have to
keep it strong, JR. Keep it strong. Yeah.
Keep strong, JR. And
yeah, I think that's all the topics. But I do want to definitely confirm one match that a lot of people are not understanding me. Did you remember the Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax?
Yes.
Did you know why that match turned out to be in a disqualification, right?
Because they don't want Jade and Bianca fighting.
The reason why I say it turned out to be a disqualification,
because they don't want
that Nia Jax
Jade
and Jade Cargill cannot afford to be pinned.
Yeah, and
they cannot take a pin.
And not only that,
why?
They don't want.
Yeah, so I think fans need to understand. Don't get mad that they got disqualified. They're building them.
Wait. I forgot. They don't want.
They don't need to. If they take a pin, they're done.
And not only that,
if they take a pin, they're done.
But they don't want. They don't want Jade versus Bianca to happen already either.
Yeah. So they need to plant their seeds there. Now, I really did have mixed feelings for Tama Tonga taking a pin, and I did not like that. He should have gotten disqualified. Now, I don't know where Tama Tonga goes from here.
I was a little skeptical.
I feel bad for King Haku. King Haku, remember his dad?
His dad was Haku. And what you call, I don't know, bro.
He shouldn't have taken a pin. What do you think of that? I mean, don't you feel like saying if you're building somebody and you're trying to capitalize? That was the same thing when we disagree that how do you call it? Who the fuck got pin? Damn, he raised it up my mind. The Usos brother,
Solo.
Solo
Sikoa?
Damn, he just slipped on my mind right now. And then Cody pinned him.
Solo Sikoa.
The Usos brother.
Solo Sikoa.
Sikoa, yeah. Yeah, so I go, this is the point that Miguel's brings. When you're building somebody, it's not right to pin them right away. I mean, look at Solo Sikoa for experience, guys.
Yeah,
Tama Tonga didn't need to get pinned.
Tama Tonga,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, bro, I don't know how. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Well, here's the thing, Miguel. I don't think a lot of WWE people don't know who Tama Tonga is.
No, they don't.
And if
that's
people
the
like you and
problem.
me that follow New Japan and know the independent, we know who they are. So, what do you think WWE needs to do right here? Do you think they need to plant the seeds and introduce some more to get to know him? I mean, what is WWE doing wrong with Dandelo and Tama Tonga?
That's the problem. They don't know who he is. And second, I think that's one of the reasons why he lost this match against Randy, because they don't know who he is. And I guess WWE feels like that he could get over with as long as he's with the bloodline. That's the only way that they felt that they could get him over, just by doing crazy segments with Solo, with the whole bloodline stuff in general. So he didn't necessarily need it to beat Randy. And plus, they're not gonna let somebody that's not too over already. I thought the whole
bloodline was gonna interfere.
Yeah, so did I. I did
thought
think
Solo
so
was
too.
gonna interfere. But my point is, I just did not agree to him to get that pin. He did not need to get pinned.
Yeah. But that
But
feud
then
with
you do bring the point. Nobody knows who Tangaloa is or Tamatonga is. Yes, he's Haku's, son. But a lot of people don't know who Haku is, So.
yeah. But,
So I think, okay, here's the question of this one before we wrap it up. Do you feel like WWE kind of shot themselves in the foot of not giving Tamatonga introduction? Because nobody knows him.
Yeah, nobody knows him, and that's probably what it is, yeah. I think so, because he's only popular in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's not popular with the WWE audience. And I keep telling people that the WWE audience, the New Japan audience, and the AEW audience is different. They don't watch, they're hardcore fans that stick with one company. And they don't know everything about, well, the WWE fans has the most loyal fans in the world. And a lot of them don't even know, a lot of them don't even watch AEW or New Japan Pro Wrestling. And that's what I keep telling some people. And another thing, there's some friends of mine that are WWE fans, but they're not New Japan, AEW, or AAA. Like, they don't even know that those companies exist. And second, they didn't even know who the hell Jade Cargill was when she debuted in WWE. And I'm pretty sure they didn't know who Tamatonga was when he debuted in WWE. But I keep telling people... Or
Chamelo, his brother.
Yeah. I keep telling people, the WWE has a casual audience that just watches WWE. They don't watch... They're not hardcore wrestling fans that knows the business or watches interviews or watches other companies. Like, that's what I keep telling people.
Yeah. So now you guys know what the point Miguel makes. Google it if you want to know who the hell Tamatonga is. But I know him.
I know
from
him.
New Japan,
Yeah,
Bullet Club. There
he
you
was
go.
the leader of the Bullet Club. Yeah, I know.
AJ knows him. The Good Brothers know him.
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor knows him. Yeah, because they were all Bullet Club guys.
And Cody Rhodes.
But anybody else?
Cody Rhodes knows him.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes is part of the
Bullet Club. The Usos knows him.
Yep.
Cody was a Bullet Club, yeah. And of course the whole Bloodline family, from the Usos, The Rock, they know they're cousins, guys. So know. Now you know.
Yeah.
John Cena doesn't know them, so there you go.
Yeah. John Cena doesn't know him. Freaking who else? I don't even want to get into that. But but that's all, people. That's all that we have for today on MTG Gaming.
So we can share, yeah.
Thanks for joining me and Jose the Ocho. So we're gonna sign off here. Jose, I'm gonna say something to you off the air right quick. So all right, people. Well, I'll see you later.
Guys, enjoy your weekend, guys. I gotta work tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Before you and I lock up.